This is a 1926 Packard Model 236 sedan, custom ordered from Earle Anthony in Los Angeles. And we'll give you a walk-around tour of it. This is the second series Big 8 Packard, thus the designation the 236. The 36 is for the 136-inch wheelbase that it sits on. There were two series made that year, or during that second series. The 243, which is the longer wheelbase limousine models, and this one. This is a much more drivable size. It was found sitting at a gas station in about 1955 down in Central California, down off Old Highway 99. And at that time it was for sale. Again, this is nearly 60 years ago. The gentleman purchased the car and owned it until his passing in 2011. He was a very close friend and a great Packard guy. The engine has been rebuilt and was rebuilt by him. He's one of the most respected Packard mechanics over the past 50 years. The car is running right now. We've got another car starting up behind us here. But the interesting thing about this car is that when it was ordered with an all-leather interior, which, if you know about Packards, most closed models usually had cloth, unless it was a limousine. In this case, the driver's seat is leather, the door panels are leather. As you can see, this is all original. You're looking at 1926 leather from the Packard factory. The seat, only wear in the leather is this little bit in the driver's seat, and this could certainly be repaired quite easily, but that's the only spot, is on this very corner as you enter and exit the car. The rest of the leather is all in good shape. It's soft. It's not worn out, really, in the extent it's not hard and cracking. The headliner is also leather. Again, very unusual, but this was ordered with this configuration. Steering wheel, of course, is wood in these days with Packard. You can see the dash plaque on here, sold by Earle Anthony, Los Angeles. And there it is. And of course, KFI was the radio station which Earle Anthony owned. He was the distributor for Packard. He was on the board of directors of Packard, actually. But he was the main California distributor for years, up until the company basically went out of business in 1958. As you can see, it's a really well-preserved original car that has only really been restored as needed. Wood graining is excellent all the way around the doors. And again, all the details, which are all original Packard. If we look at the back, again, all leather, door panels, the pouch on the side, pocket on the door, also leather, of course, opens up. You look at the fittings, all beautifully preserved, no pitting. Carpeting, I believe the carpeting has been replaced. It's a green wool. It is correct for the car. The car is all a dark green. This leather is not black. It's actually a very, very dark green, as is the rest of the car on the outside. Bud vase here. Assist strap, braided silk. Cigarette lighter, which pulls out. I don't believe it's functioning. I wouldn't try it, but it does work, operates, pulls out. So again, it is correct for the car, and that came with the car. The back seat, again, full leather back seat. The wood, you notice the wood on the cabinetry, the marquetry on this is still beautiful after 80 years. It does have shades in the back all the way around, so it becomes almost a club sedan when you pull down all the shades. All the windows operate. You have two footrests, which can be removed. You notice the door sill plates, running boards. Everything in this car is excellent. Trim, even on the doors. And of course, notice when you close the door, it's a Packard. Perfect closing door, as is front door as well. The wood in this car is excellent. It has no problem at all, no rot, nothing. Visor, top is good. Again, this car has been running the whole time. Let's lift the hood and take a look. The famous Packard 8. It has been rebuilt, runs like a top, or runs like a Packard, I should say. You notice even in 26 they were still using priming cups on top. I've never had to fill those, but that's it. The car runs beautifully. Again, mechanical valve lifters, of course. Has Beezer lubrication, which there's the Beezer tank. It's mechanical fuel tank. It does have an auxiliary electric fuel pump to aid in starting, but I've never had to use it. The paint is in very good condition. Again, it's an older paint job on the car, but it's lacquer and it is held beautifully. You're looking at a reflection of the sky, and you can see how good this is held. It does have a matometer. It's a Packard, or motometer as some people call it. And it is the Packard, correct one, with the Packard Liberty aircraft right there in the middle with the radiator emblem. And the car does run cool. Has the original drum headlights. It has had turn signals added to it. All of the trim is excellent. Disc wheels. It has a 6-volt Optima battery. That's the battery box. And again, it's a dark green bottom. This lower half is dark green. The upper half is black with black fenders. Gas tank. One rear-mounted spare. And it does have an orange and gold pinstripe. It's a triple pinstripe. As you can see, it has, you can barely see, it's gold on the outside and orange on the inside. And that orange looks a little washed out in this video, but it's actually a dark orange. It's a wonderful car. Drives beautifully. The previous owner drove it on many tours, and it never let him down. It was always a wonderful driving car. If you're looking for a car, again, unique, it's the only one that I'm aware of that was ordered in this configuration with a full leather interior. It's a beautiful car. 1926 Packard Model 236 Sedan.